Merredin is a town 265 kilometres east of Perth in WA. A town situated on the Great Eastern Highway, halfway between Perth and Kalgoorlie. It is a town where a community of some 3,500 people live, prosper and grow. A community that set out on Saturday the 3rd of April 1999 to break the world record for the longest registered road train. Merredin left nothing to chance. They put a lot of effort into planning the record attempt and a whole day of activities. But before they could use the Great Eastern Highway, they had to get the cooperation of the Main Roads Department and Merredin's police. They had to call on trucking organisations from all over the district to get the required number of trailers, dollies, as well as people and trucks. They then had to service the entire rig the day before the event.
We've got all the articles and the paper clippings from the ones over east.
Yes.
In Burke, and yeah, we did a bit of research on that. See the problems they had, and see, because we don't want to have their problems.
Yeah, it's going to be inspected. I heard from the Main Roads Department.
No, that's not right. But there will be many people looking at it, because anything that is found wrong, we want to make sure is right. The trouble we're going to is so that if the unit has to stop for any reason, it can be stopped.
Excellent.
And so the brake's going to be all the way down, right from the front to the back.
All day, a steady stream of trucks pulled dollies and trailers over the pits. Here, brakes and ring feeder coupling systems were checked. A bit of grease, a quick once over, and another would take its place. All over Merredin, trailers were washed and semis polished in preparation for the truck parade. Kids' rides, truck pull competitions, and of course, the main event. Washed and serviced, trucks took the trailers over to Cooperative Bulk Handling's weighbridge at their massive grain silo for official weigh-in and registration. There, two justices of the peace officially recorded the weight and registration number of every trailer and truck being used in the world record attempt. Millipede, the giant twin-steer tri-drive Kenworth prime mover, came in at a whopping 39 tonne. That was truck and 25 tonne of gravel in the bin. On the big day, Merredin rose early and began constructing at the 110 km/h sign.
What we're trying to do today is beat the previous world record for the longest road train. The previous record was 29 trailers and 439 metres long, okay, and it was weighing around 500 tonne, and they travelled 4 kilometres. That record was 5 years ago, 1994, up at Buea. Today, Merredin, 5 years later, we're going to try and do it again, but this time we're going to use 45 trailers, and we've already weighed it, 603 tonne all up, and hopefully we're going to travel about 8 kilometres to beat the world record.
And they had a big job in front of them. Other attempts had taken up to 5 hours to construct their road train. Here, there was not that luxury of time. Merredin's attempt was being held on the Great Eastern Highway, the main transportation route between Perth and the other major capitals on the east coast of Australia. A transportation route that can have thousands of tonnes of general freight being trucked on it at any given time. so 3 hours was all Merredin had to construct their road train. 4 minutes was all the time they could allocate to hook up each trailer. Yet Merredin was more than up to the task. By trailer 16, they were achieving a turnaround time of 1:40 and were on track to construct their road train in under 2 hours. Sadly though for the productivity buffs, when Millipede's ring feeder coupling hooked up to the line of 45 trailers, just over 2 hours had passed. Still not a bad effort when you think they'd constructed a road train measuring a staggering 610 metres. It weighed in excess of 600 tonne. It truly was a monster millipede, ready to roll on its 900 odd wheels. Merredin had succeeded in putting together the ultimate configuration. With the official witnesses present, the nervous tension of the driver, Greg Marley, was noticeable.
Before we leave, we're going to try the brakes. Set on the foot brake, make sure that our brake system we've hooked up will work. We've got to stop it. And yeah, all should go to plan, hopefully. Very nervous, but very proud to be driving the truck.
Congratulations on putting all this together. I'd especially like to thank the other people who've become involved. It's a real team effort. It's a matter of getting all the transport industry around this region together to put these trailers behind the truck that you see in front of you, and I wish them all the best.
Those people who use the roads to use Merredin as a travel stop and to have a look and see what Merredin has to offer. And this has certainly attracted a number of people to stop over in Merredin. But ladies and gentlemen, I do ask you, when the record attempt is made, please do stand clear of the road and stand clear of the truck.
It was time to get things officially started. What was going to happen? Were the tyres going to spin and smoke? Was the gearbox going to explode? Would one of Millipede's 3 diffs suddenly disintegrate? Only time would tell.
Yeah, you're right to go, mate.
My dad was a road train man. My mother was a waitress in a little bush cafe, and Daddy was a truckie who stopped there on his way. I was raised on dust and diesels in the outback of this land. My dad was a road train man. My dad was a road train man. Yeah, my dad was a road train man. He ran a trucking operation right across this big white nation. My dad was a road train man. I recall a lot of traveling in our old B model Mac, from the sleeper of a train star to dogs on the back. A man of steel there at the wheel, but face and heart in hand. My dad was a road train man. My dad was a road train man. Yeah, my dad was a road train man. He ran a trucking operation right across this big white nation. My dad was a road train man. I've seen him buck down to the axles on the beef roads out the back, all loaded up with cattle, the inside fuel flat. Cursing water from the bulkheads running down his face and hands. He's a bulldust cursing road train man. My dad was a road train man. Yeah, my dad was a road train man. He ran a trucking operation right across this big white nation. My dad was a road train man. My dad was a road train man. Yeah, my dad was a road train man. He ran a trucking operation right across this big white nation. My dad was a road train man. My dad was a road train man. My dad was a road train man. My dad was a road train
did it, and we're all a bit worried, but we actually did it, and really it did it with a fair bit of ease. I think a couple of hills there, it was really, really working. We wouldn't want it too much more, but on the flats, not a problem. But at the end of the day, we did it, and we did 8 kilometres, smashed the old record by 3.5 kilometres. It was brilliant, and yeah, feel unreal, really good, really happy.
You would think it was time to party, yet Merredin had other things to do. They had to meet at Marley's yard and join a victory truck parade through the streets of Merredin. There was over 50 trucks, all driven by the very drivers who had helped make this day so successful. Spectators were treated to the sight of Kenworths, Inters, Fords and Macs, all immaculately presented. Trucks the drivers had painstakingly prepared so as to take the kids for rides and to go into the truck show being held at Merredin's recreation grounds following the parade. While the spectators made their way down to the recreation grounds, the trucks were put into position for the truck show. Lined up, the big rigs formed a stunning backdrop on which the crowd could cheer their favourite team onto a hopeful victory in the truck pull competition. Even the town's favourite, the kids had a go. Everybody got into the truck pull. 7 teams from Central Wheatbelt Contractors, the local police, Marley's and the guys from TransPlus. But it was the Marley's team that pulled their truck to victory. Not a bad effort for 6 people to pull a 10-tonne prime mover 60 metres in just under 40 seconds.